take a really hard look at this picture because it wasn't funny. October wasn't funny at all. Yani, I don't even know where to begin. First of all, manzeni wa miss, don't I have stories for you? Stories. Anyway, I'm really going to miss high school. I'm glad I've left, but I'm really going to miss high school. Ayo, nimewa miss. I'm not lying, I'm not capping. You guys, I'm so glad you're back. Actually, I'm glad I'm back and I have a ton of high school stories. And since we are in WACHA NIKUSHOW phase 1, I am definitely sure hakuna mtu alikuwa anajua hivyo. I am going to finish this season, hopefully by clearing everything that is there about high school. So let me tell you a story. My story begins in October with one simple video.
Children have been out at home for 7 months. It's such a long period. The information and data that we have is that children have suffered so much. They've gone through a lot of untold suffering. And our analysis within the continent is that school should resume.
Whoever told that man that we were suffering deserves to be beaten. Seriously. Na manze, vile nilikuwa nimepanga scheme ingine hatari. Like, I had already wished my people a Merry Christmas backing up. And I remember saying it in Gram. Who is the Ministry of Education? You gotta go. Toka. Like, enda, skutaki hapa anymore. And Form 4s, by good luck or bad luck, were thrown back to school. At that time, ilikuwa inakaa vibaya. Oh my God, why us? Why did we become Form 4s in this generation? Hey, now, I can't even sit down and imagine that. Ilikuwa turudie mwaka mzima. Guy! Some fruits of some things are only seen after they've happened. But anyway, check it. When I was in school, our teacher used to call mask Suruali ya uso. So, picture this. This guy trying to tell you, don't go leaving your masks on the floor anyhowly. Usitupe suruali yako ovyo ovyo. Juu utafanya mwenye atakuwa akiokota asikie vibaya kukokotea suruali yako. That scheme that nilikuwa nimepanga crumbled after that directive was issued. So, there was nothing I could do but go back to school. So begins part 1 of this story. Those that I talked to back in WhatsApp know that I did not go to school on that Monday. I went on Friday! Sasa na vile nifika shule October, COVID-19 protocols were put in place. I'm telling you, our class of 56 was separated by half. I think it was half, 20? And then just how much and nilitoka shule last week? Yeah, 20 something. So it was half. Now there was Central 1 and Central 2. And I was in Central 2. My desk was thrown uko mbele because that's what happens in high school, man. Usipokuja mapema ujitetee haki, buda, utapewa haki na wengine. Hey. So, mimi nikajipata uko mbele, si ndio? And my deskmate was, well, Mr. Steel. Yeye ndo alikuwa amekaa kando yangu, lakini sasa the desk was separated. As in, sikuwa na deskmate, but the desk that was beside mine. Kufika, napata ujamaa amenona, enyewe watu walikuwa wamenona. After COVID, nikaketi, nikaambiwa, I'm the class prefect. And yeah, people don't have to tell you they hate you ndio ujue. Mimi, mbona wanieke class prefect? Why? I was an assistant when I was still in Central, vile tulikuwa kimoja. But now in Central 2, it didn't have a prefect. Sa mimi nikapewa hiyo kazi. But ni kazi tu ya jina, I really wasn't doing much. Hiyo spacing, kando yangu ni UB. Behind me is a friend of mine called Vincent Njagi, who actually helped me prepare this episode pamoja with Ephantus. Thank you so much wherever you are. Vincent, salimia mbogi yako, Epsilon, akina Charlene, Nicole, Antoinette. Just sending greetings in my YouTube videos. Sasa, tukiwa shule, the entire month of October, watu walikuwa wameka kwa akili zao, tunaenda nyumbani hii month. Enyewe, kesi zikipanda vizuri, we are going home. Kila mtu alikuwa zile za, next week tuko nyumbani. Ngoje uone, Mago atachange akili yake. Unajua tulikuwa tunakaa hivi alafu tunapewa tu updates. Parent school Kamusinge imeshikwa na corona, enjole. National school, mara sijui walimu watononoka wako na COVID. Civil servants. Alafu kidogo tukaambiwa Bahati girls ilipata corona. Wow. Sister school. Aha. We don't have a sister school. They're just close by. To add on that, coincidentally, hiyo weekend yetu tulienda shule, that entire month of October, cases ndo zilikuwa zimeanza kucheza 1000. Nyumbani tunaenda 20. A week and a half after tulifunguanga shule, everybody just started becoming sick. Miss Ju gonjo ilitoka wapi, but I'm 1,000,000% sure it was COVID. Hadi mimi nilishikwa COVID, but our school was too scared to take us for testing. Mimi nilikuwa nimekosa sense of taste, sense of smell. Like I was licking walls. I'm not supposed to tell you that, but I was licking walls. I couldn't feel anything. Point ya kukula sasa ilikuwa saa kushiba. I wasn't feeling anything for like 10 days. And I wasn't the only one. Watu wengi walishikwa na ako syndrome. Alafu there was this time I had malaria. I don't know if it was malaria or nini. Where you just start shivering. Yeah? Unasikia tu mtu akikushika unasikia tu uchungu like shida yako ni gani bro? Sasa that sick week, as I am calling it, was so intense. Hadi nurse wetu alishikwa na hiyo ugonjwa na yake ilikuwa malaria, or so we were told to believe. Juu alienda for like 2 weeks and our school didn't have a nurse. So wale watu walikuwa wamegonjeka hiyo wiki walitolewa nje ya shule kupelekwa kwa a local dispensary there, si ndio? Buddha, the story gets sweeter. Nilea, sisi within ourselves tulikuwa tunajiambia hai, hakuna venye unazitoa watu shule wapeleke nje penye kuna COVID washikwe watuletee. No. By the way, no. Na hiyo tumekataa. We cannot accept such things. As who? Our own line of defense, school nurse wetu ni mgonjwa. Why should we trust anything anymore? Panic ikaanza hapo na wache ishike. Before we continue, I would like to bring something to your attention, please. So this is a very good friend of mine. I think you might have seen him on your Explore feed or your girlfriend's bio, your bestie's story. I don't know. His name is Bildad Kagia, Achiengoneko, Fred Kubai, whichever name you choose to call him. Modern day Kapenguria 6. This was back in the days when being a sushi was a thing. Jamaa is a jack of all trades. Usimuone hivi. Here's why I've done all that. During the sick week, our friend here, Mr. Bite, did a little stunt. Pay close attention. A friend of ours in our class was very, very sick. As in, of course, everyone was sick in the sick week, but his condition was a bit too much. He was bedridden. Like, hakuwa anatoka, hakuwa anaenda kukula breakfast, tulikuwa tunamletea, and he couldn't move. And hadi vile we were looking at him, he was in excess pain. He had a fever, he was shivering, couldn't even speak properly. As in, alikuwa amezidiwa na hiyo whatever pathogen was in our school at that time. Early that morning, sasa it was a Thursday morning, we were gathered around his bed. Ilikuwa sasa meeting, unacheki? We were discussing, enyewe ujamaa haezi kaa hapa. Jakinila kukaa hapa utaumia and probably worse things will happen. As I speak saizi ako sawa. So, tukajiambia, we need to get him out of here and into a ambulance to the hospital. Uchikizo plans za high schooler. We were planning a prison break for our sick friend. Hapo, tulikuwa prefects wote, and amongst them was our entertainment prefect. Yo picha iko wapi? Our entertainment prefect. Yes. And another friend of ours called Ridho said they had tried taking the case to the administration, but I really don't know what the problem is. Like, walikuwa natuona ni kama we're just looking for means to try and get out of the school. Of course we were, but anyway, this time it was like extremely serious, so we had to come in for a friend. They didn't do anything about it. Since walikuwa wameambiwa Monday na juu ilikuwa Thursday, alikaa Monday, akakaa Tuesday, akakaa Wednesday, sasa Thursday asubuhi ndio tukaona hapana, imezidi. Now, our entertainment prefect, Mr. Bildad Kagia, alituambia if we want the administration, tukitaka administration itusikize vizuri mseme. If we want to have a say in this school, we must go gather ourselves in the assembly ground, and we shall not get out of there until the principal comes. Aya, si tukaona that is a good idea. Sisi na mavichwa vyetu tukasting. Yes, kabisa. Facts. That is 100% true. Tukaenda across all the classes spreading the good news. Sindio, bell ya 7:45 ikipigwa, toka nje and assembly. Ukikosa, you are not one of us and we shall beat you. Everyone just had to, because that is mass movement. The number one principle in high school. Belly karing. Tukaenda assembly ground, tukasimama. Teacher Njuti akatokezea akasema, what is the problem? You know in that threatening voice. Sina mwangalia tu zile, we want the principal. The principal is not in school. Can you go back to class? Jamaa kakata kutoka. Go back to class or sijui I'll give you a punishment. Sasa unajua tuko wengi. We are like 156. Sijui tu vile watu wachachisha. The teacher got intimidated kidogo. Akasema, sawa. Akakuja na sasa mabazu. Unachiki? Another teacher there. Ram. Akasema, what do you want? The principal. The principal is not in school. But go to class. When he comes, we shall call. Hakuna. Hiyo ni yako na ya watu wa kwenu. Bas. Na ikakuwa an actual thing. I don't know where teachers came from. but walitokezea tu. Wengine walikuwa na peep hapo kwa nini kwa what do you call these things, windows. Alikuwa na peep hapo kwa windows zile za what is happening leo, kumewaka moto. Prefects wote wakaitwa staff room. Mimi nilijua ni viboko tunaenda kupewa. Mimi nilijua tunaenda kusambwa. You as the student council cannot keep the school in check. You are not doing your job. Tukafikisha huko juu. Now the teacher on duty at that time, thank God, was an understanding person. Was like, I don't care type of person. Akatuuliza, what is the problem? Bildad Kagia akatokezea akasema, no, we've seen this issue and like our friend is really sick. Really sick. We're just trying to get the administration to listen to us because this matter was directed towards them. No action was taken. So we decided to take our own action as the students because we care for our students. We care for our people. I'm really not capping. Teacher Ndutu akasema sawa. You want to demonstrate? Go out and demonstrate. But don't damage anything. Tumepewa permission ya kudemonstrate. Bio! Tukarudi hapo. Tukaambia wasee, cheki. All is well. Kabisa. See, it was 7:45. Tukakaa hadi 9:10. Ndio sasa bazenga. Unajua, hakuna shule inakosanga yule beast. Hakuna shule inakosanga mwalimu beast. Yule mwenye akitembea hivi, hiyo ambiance yake inakushtua tu. Unasikia tu, ukimwona anakaa hivi, you just divert your attention to the other direction. Akakam bazenga wa shule. Oe, kila mtu apange mstari. Silikuwa assembly. Sasa alikuwa anasema kila mtu apange mstari the way you do in assemblies. Kapanga biora in our classes. North 1, North 2, Central 1, Central 2, South 1, South 2. Alisema kuko na social. By that time walimu wote walikuwa shagather. And then there was this man that I've never seen before alikuanga hapo pia. Huyo mwalimu Bazu akakuja akasema, "Can you gather social distance?" Akatu alienate. Sasa ilikuwa wewe hivi, the next person ako mahali hapa, and that's like a very far distance. Unacheki, that teacher is very smart. You divide the public so that you deal with one person akileta nyanya. Akapeana speech ingine, a bad guy speech that was really traumatizing. If you're man enough, kuja uzulia hapa. And those were his actual words. Sisi as actual men tumekaa tunaangalia, by the way, si a must, si lazima. Hapana, you think it's you think I have to? Please be my guest. Do as you please. You are the boss. You are the guy. Tumenyamaza like chupa. Like I don't know how we got from 100 to -29,000 in less than 0 seconds. Sasa that man that I didn't know was actually the doctor of that friend of ours that was sick. Akatuambia that he has been having an underlying condition for a while now, and the medicine that he has been given is too strong. I hope you're understanding me. 1, he was shivering because the medicine was too strong on his body, and that's why he was also weak and couldn't speak or eat. 2, he had a fever because of his pre-existing condition. And get this, that doctor had experiences with people who had suffered COVID before, and he was 100% sure that our friend was not suffering from corona. To add on that, he took our friend for testing. Guess what? He came back as negative. Like me, I've done a lot of stupid things in my life, lakini hiyo day yenye tulikaa tu mafala tu. Now I want you to consider Bildad Kagia, Mr. Steele, the one who started this movement. It is an undeniable fact that everybody between that period of October to December was very, very worried. Everyone was going through some stress of their own because we can't deny the fact that the entire world was going through a global pandemic, and that pandemic affected some students' lives socially. Kwa kurudi shule abruptly, some people had left businesses, others were still recovering psychologically from the effects of COVID. I personally left my YouTube channel, as in it was just like a very troubling time. It was a very sensitive moment in everyone's life. In fact, kulikuwa na time tulikuwa tumesearchiwa dorm because they thought we had stolen some things from those other dorms that were locked. Keyword there, that were locked. The frisking was just so childish. Katudi and we did another thing. In short, it was an uprising again because walichukua, they were taking things that didn't have any admission. Sasa mi naeka admission kwa mattress ndio. I really don't understand that. That like angered a lot of people because at the end of the day, unataka nilale wapi? Say, don't come from wherever you've come from to give me stress. I already have stress. Please. At the end of the walirudishanga lakini and things were well-ish, I think. At the same time, watu walikuwa najua exams ilikuwa March na enyewe kirotu safi during the corona holiday, nobody really read. Ataka ulisoma, ifika point ulichoka. Achana nayo, so you're like, ai, nirudi shule October, exams ziletwe March. Where do I have the time to study? Hatuko tumemaliza syllabus, so there was just extra pressure. Like it was so intense that hadi kuna timetable ilitokea ya 1 hour lessons. Mark my words, it's from 8 to 5. Between 4 to 5 we were in class. That's not normal in our school because for 10 ndio break, alafu paka supper 5:30, which is also still a break because we're not going to be taught while we're eating. That didn't sit well with people. And the reason for those 1 hour lessons was just to increase syllabus coverage, which was actually a good thing. So yeah, walimu walikuwa helpful because they were giving us past papers. They were encouraging us all the same that, hey yo, things are going to be okay. There's no need to worry, but that ka feeling where umekaa tu darasa ukijua kuna mtu ako nyumbani mahali anaserereka na trends, haikuwa inaingia vizuri kwa roho ya watu yangu. But there was also an advantage because tukiwa form 4s peke yake shule nzima, like the entire school was so quiet, it was so peaceful, it was a serene environment, the ambience was just wow, magnificent. Eventually tulizoea, tukarudi nyumbani deck, and life moved on. So in conclusion, Chilowisha, but this is not the final high school video. I am going to tell you another story. In fact, I have 2 more stories to tell you. 1, January to March, when the entire school was there. 2, March to April, tukiwa ma 4th peke yetu tena. Yeah, it's going to be fire. Mark my words. Mark my words. So I think that's it. Bye.